On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
And so that is how you kind of keep the strength, the richness within the network, right? It's like, okay, I know this person's solid. I can vouch for this person, and I think you would be great here, you know, vice versa. So yeah, it's just establishing a solid network first. And what does that look like in today's society? Like, you think about COVID, you think about all these different things where you're not necessarily going out like you used to before. I'm pressing pause on like building. I mean, I can build a network, but not how I would want, because like you said, go to events, get out of the house and surround yourself. But like right now, it's not typically ideal. So if you are not able to position yourself appropriately, then just press pause and focus your energies onto something else. But don't just throw yourself in situations for the sake of saying, I'm trying to date, I'm trying to get married ASAP. I mean, I think that's a little risky. Speaking from myself.
Like, I think
That's my girl. Yeah, I like that, Lauren.
I appreciate you painting that picture. The lead attorney, Anton, says you and him had a similar discussion. What are your thoughts about that? If you're single until married, how do you meet your potential?
I don't understand the question. If you're single until married, what does that mean?
Well, just as Anton said, I mostly hear him say it. So it was, I
don't believe in a relationship.
Right.
Like, I don't believe in
like he don't believe in dating.
None of that. I think that either you're single or you're married. I look at it very, very clear cut. I don't think it's any
right. So the part that I wanted a little bit more to discuss is he doesn't believe in dating. So if you don't date, like, how do you position yourself to be able to find the one that you're going to marry?
Yeah, as a divorce attorney, I don't even understand the question. I mean, I understand it, but I don't understand. I just disagree. Like, I disagree with it so much that I can't even answer it. I think dating is so fundamental to finding out. I mean, marriage should be important, guys. And I see people getting married. Oh, let's go to Vegas and get married. And now they come to me 3 months later. Oh, can I get it annulled? I mean, you can play around with it if you want to. That's fine, I suppose. But if you are going to take it seriously, I think vetting a woman is very important. Now, if you are in a stable environment like Anton and you have networks and relationships, you know, then those networks and relationships can actually do the vetting for you. But a lot of people are in instability. A lot of people live in chaos, and it's not necessarily their fault. So when you don't have these networks available and you meet a woman who you think is a potential to really improve your life, not just some, hit it and quit it, but a woman that's real, I don't understand why you would not date her to find out, hey, is this something that we can actually do before we take this humongous step?
That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Lead Attorney.
Yeah.
I Amir,
says the woman that's not married, but go ahead.
Oh,
okay. I still agree with what he was saying. It was very well thought out. And if you even listen to what he was saying, you're...
What do you mean? Me and the lead have had this debate probably 3 or 4 times now. Like, I knew what he was going to say before.
Says the woman who's not married is not really a response.
You guys, simmer down.
In this situation.
And the lead knew what I was going to say before I said it. So, I mean, it's not nothing new. I'm telling the lead that his argument is losing credibility because you agree with it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I disagree with 2 things you said, Anton.
All right. We're gonna go around the panel first, and then we can visit it later when you ask your one question. Okay, Amira, I know that you had kind of informed us of how you met your husband, but for the new people that's in the audience and for the lead, if you're single until married, how do you meet your potential?
Okay, hi, Mr. Lead Attorney.
How are you doing, Amira?
I'm doing good, thank you so much. I got married around 5 or 6 weeks after I met my husband, but this is cultural, I believe, more cultural, traditional. My husband met me at my cousin's birthday party. We said hello. Well, we don't even shake hands. We just bow to one another. He went to my father, spoke with my father, proposed that he wanted to court me. My father brought this to me, and I accepted the courtship. After 5 or 6 weeks, we decided to get married. And we are still married. That was 4 years ago, going on 5. When we talk about dating, I do believe that dating is a fairly new concept for people. And there are husbands out there and there are wives out there. When a woman is a wife, she will be insulted being put in a position of girlfriend for an extended period of time. Most women who are wives want to get straight to it. They don't want to sit there in that courting girlfriend stage. So it's kind of an insult. If my husband would have told me, I want to date you for a year or two and then figure out if I want to marry you, I would have told him to kick rocks, essentially. So when it comes down to being, if you want to ask, how will you meet your husband if you're not dating? There are many ways to do this, and especially if you are a Christian, you can go through your church. You can meet people in the church and you can court for a short period of time. There's nothing you're going to know about someone. Just like I think, Anton, you said it. When you're dating, you're not dating the real person most of the time. You're dating a representative because, of course, that person's going to be on their best behavior because you're just dating. When you get married, you can court for a little while, but once you get married, people change. And if you haven't been married, maybe you don't see it, but people take things differently. They treat you in a more serious way, and they don't see you as this disposable thing that maybe it's on today and off tomorrow. There's more seriousness to it. And I just don't believe in dating for extended periods of time. I believe in courting. And if you want to find your husband, I do believe going through your religious organization, going through your family, having people vet you through your family and the people around you, get a background check. Do what you need to do to vet that person in your way that you need to, but don't waste your time and energy in dating.
Okay. Lauren, if you're single until married, how do you meet your potential?
So I'll be honest, I didn't subscribe to Anton's view until recently because he made a lot of sense. I was dating and obviously unsuccessful, and that was the reason why I think I do need to surround myself with a network or a group of people. And that way I'm able to establish a friendship, see them in their like authentic state. And to me, that eliminates the like unnecessary I'm just trying to have sex with you kind of person, right? Like you're able to surround yourself with like-minded people. So that I agree with. And like I said, that is not how I operated in the past. So with that said, establishing a network is first, and then dating to me would equal courtship, right? So I wouldn't use the word dating. I would move from like having a group, like a network of people, of eligible men that will qualify, that will fall into my standards that I would want, my preferences, and then courtship, and then and that's only if you're willing and wanting to commit, right? If there's no commitment, don't move into the courtship phase. And to your point, Lead, I am leaning on my network to like make the connections, right? Like if there's no point of having a network if they're not going to be looking out for your best interest. That's the purpose of a network, is you share shared interests, you share commonalities. And so you often know the character of the people that are in your network. And so that is how you kind of keep the strength, the richness within the network, right? It's like, okay, I know this person's solid. I can vouch for this person, and I think you would be great here, vice versa. So yeah, it's just establishing a solid network first. And what does that look like in today's society? Like you think about COVID, you think about all these different things where you're not necessarily going out like you used to before. I'm pressing pause on like building. I mean, I can build a network, but not how I would want, because like you said, go to events, get out of the house and surround yourself. But like right now, it's not typically ideal. So if you are not able to position yourself appropriately, then just press pause and focus your energies onto something else. But don't just throw yourself in situations for the sake of saying, I'm trying to date, I'm trying to get married ASAP. I mean, I think that's a little risky.
That's my girl.
I think
That's my girl. Yeah, I like that, Lauren.